Hey there, Diet Rebel Scum and Diet Rebel Scum Curious. Diet Rebel Scum being those of us who have turned the food pyramid upside down. I know it's been turned upside down. I gotta get a new intro. Still haven't get a new intro, but it's really not turned upside down enough for me, actually. So, yeah, those of us who think we've been told wrong by the experts. Everybody knows experts aren't experts. This is just a short video. I'm making this while the mood strikes. Yeah, this is just short. Kind of not a rant. I don't know. I feel like ranting, but don't want to rant. But so what the deal is I've been taking care of my mother again for a few days while my dad's in the hospital. Once again, had one of his can't breathe episodes, having a hard time breathing, I think because of heart malfunction issues or whatever. I don't know if it's lung, heart, it's been both, it's been either one. It goes back and forth, you know, so really it's kind of one of those things where we really don't know what the heck the deal is. I never can get a straight understanding. But he is 92, and he did smoke in his earlier years and what have you, and was a regular consumer of alcohol, like I was for quite a few years, being a beer snob, you know, and not so much that anymore. But what the thing I want to talk about is when you take care of your loved ones, you know, in their later years, when their health is failing, you know, with my mother, it's Alzheimer's / dementia, or both. I don't know. To be honest, I don't really know the difference between the two. I know there's some technical differences in the definitions, but to me, it's the same. It's when your mind is going, you know. So my mom needs help with everything, but we're keeping her out of a nursing home as long as possible, because God knows those places can be terrible. So anyway, what struck me, and it strikes me every time I'm taking care of my mom while my sister is with my dad in the hospital. When he goes to the hospital, she stays with him to make sure things go well. And anyway, it always strikes me, you know, it's like, man, you know, we really need to take care of ourselves and try with everything in our power in our younger years to maintain our health as best we can, as best we know how, so that when we do get older, we can still take care of ourselves. You know, there's all kinds of theories on what causes Alzheimer's. There's a little bug on my arm. You know, people think, is it aluminum pans that we cooked in all through whenever aluminum cookware started? Because we did. You know, my mom, my parents still have some of the same pans, cooking pans under the stove that they used when I was a little kid. You know, I'm 54 now, so we're talking the 70s there. I remember I cooked in those pans myself when I was an older kid and got to where I could cook. You know, I cooked in some of those pans. You know, some people think could it be Teflon? Could it be high sugar consumption? You know, my mother, she was a victim of the low fat, high carb kind of way of eating in her later years. You know, with the Diet Pepsis and stuff like that. You know, my mother never was overweight at all. She wasn't really an exerciser, except for, you know, just little body weight things like, if you remember Gene, what was his name? Gene Simmons? No, Gene Simmons. That's Gene Simmons? No, that's the Kiss guy. Gene Simmons. Anyway, Simmons. I used to watch his show as a little kid. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't think of his name. Anyway, the exercise guy. So anyway, back to what I was saying is, You know, my mom needs lots of help. And if you don't have family and friends that can help take care of you when you're older, it is really, you know, it scares the hell out of me to think, because the wife and I, we don't have kids. You know, so I'm gonna have to make a real good deal with my nephew and nieces or something, you know, to say, hey, if things go way wrong and, you know, we need help, you know, in our older years, you know, we can leave you our, you know, leave you generously in the will. You know, it's, but anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about, is like, that's why I'm so passionate about my own health. And it kind of pisses me off about some of the, what I believe is corruption in the medical system, that I think we're being steered wrong in how to stay healthy and things, because a medical system, you know, just by its nature is going to profit more when people are sick. It's kind of a bad deal, you know. It's like there's no motivation to cure you of something or show you how to get out of your bad health unless it's going to profit them. And they don't want to. It's just like having a car, you know. It's like, I don't want to make a car too good. If you make a car too good and it lasts too long, well, you can't. You know, the car manufacturer's not going to make money on parts and things later if they engineer stuff really freaking well and things don't break. Well, it's kind of the same. It's going to be the same with human bodies. There's no profit in somebody who doesn't need. How is the healthcare industry going to stay afloat if nobody got sick? Of course, we're all going to get sick eventually. But what if everybody knew how the human body, believed how the human body should be. Let me start over. I'm struggling here. I didn't rehearse this. I didn't sketch this out or anything. So I'm doing this just on the fly. What if everybody agreed and knew the truth about how the human body needs to be treated, what we need to eat? You know, what if we did that accordingly, just like us low carb people? You know, there's no shortage of us out there that have gotten off of prescription drugs that we were on chronically for pains and aches and what have you, and completely reverse those and don't even have to go back to the doctor about those things anymore. That's detrimental to the healthcare industry, at least to the money to be made in it. It's just like, what if nobody's car broke down anymore? Well, car mechanics would have very little to do. They'd have to go into something else, you know, or just customization of cars, making your car more fun or something like that. You know, if it's not breaking and having to have it fixed out of necessity, they'd have to find a reason to get you in to make your car better or something like that, better than it is new. So, you know, pretty much in the healthcare world, it would be just, how do you make yourself even healthier? You know, no, they need you sick. They need you suffering. They need you dependent on drugs. That's pretty much it. Drugs and surgery. That's pretty much what healthcare is these days, it seems like. Okay, that's it. I rambled long enough. I didn't need to say all that and stumble through it. You know, I probably could have rehearsed this and made this into a 30-second video, but anyway, it's nice to talk to you again. All right, let's make this another low carb day. Catch you later.